Hi, Mr. Tuman. For my biotech project, I decided to do gene inhibition therapy. So this is my poster, and I will explain to you what gene inhibition therapy is. Gene therapy is an introduction of a normal gene into an individual's genome in order to repair a mutation that causes a genetic disease. It is an approach that involves deactivating the expression of a mutated gene that is not functioning properly. It involves the introduction of a gene silencer targeting this mutant messenger RNA, which stops the production of the disease. This therapy became possible through the advances of genetics and bioengineering that enabled manipulating vectors for delivery of extra chromosomal material to target cells. It treats diseases caused by recessive gene disorders such as cystic fibrosis, hemophilia, muscular dystrophy, sickle cell anemia, and cancer. To silence gene expression, a couple of techniques are being used. One strategy is based on the naturally occurring RNA interference. This technology uses RNA targeting enzymes such as Cas13 to stop the gene at the RNA level. The other technology is based on used so-called clustering regularly interspaced short palindromic repeat, which is a genome editing technology. This technology is brought about by the CRISPR-associated Cas proteins, which used guide RNA to recognize the target DNA, which is supposed to stop. Basically, this is done by fussing the Cas protein to the so-called transcriptional inhibitor, which leads to stop of the gene. So this kind of represents how it's being done with the RNAi and the DNA, like the mutated RNA that goes into the disease and the gene and yeah. Now, gene inhibition therapy may help correct potentially socially unacceptable traits or the enhancement of more desirable traits, and by that, it may improve quality of life for an individual. Nevertheless, this type of therapy may also have negative implications. For example, financial concerns. Will the high cost of therapy exclude other people from the middle and lower class so that the only rich will have access to this technology? The other implication is discrimination. Will other people be more discriminant against genetically modified people? The other implication is that we are not sure how society will react to genetic enhancement. Are people going to tolerate genetically enhanced athletes or geniuses? There are also legal implications. How will politics and laws be used to enforce gene therapy? Will it be legal for parents to dictate what their child will act and look like? Who has the right to own genes? Inhibition therapy also has economic impacts because this can create competition between companies for the development of cheaper and more efficient gene therapy technologies. It can lead to new jobs being opened as new companies hire people. The social implications of gene therapy may be that because this is a trait enhancement therapy, this process can negatively impact what society considers normal, therefore promoting increased discrimination towards those individuals who those unwanted traits. As we continue to discover the function of many genes, it may become more difficult to define which gene traits are considered to be diseases versus those that should be classified as physical traits. Many people have argued that gene therapy is eugenic. Others claim that it is a treatment that can be adopted to avoid disability. This legitimates the medical model of a disability and raises people's hopes for new treatments that may never happen. Some objections to gene therapy are based on the views that humans should not play God and interfere in the natural order. At the end of the day, the health benefits of gene therapy can change society's view of sickness and life because people will start thinking if gene therapy can cure diseases and increase our lifespan, will our values also change? How will we think of life in a perfect world without having diseases, and if we live for a long time? Thank you.